with Tanya. We are starting this week 7 cards for 7 days on January 16, and going to the next Sunday. And we are also starting with the moon in Scorpio. That's Monday and Tuesday, and then by Sunday we have the moon in Aquarius. So we're going from a water sign, a feminine, to an air sign, a masculine. And I'm using the Rider-Waite deck for our reading for this week. This is the one, the Rider-Smith-Waite deck. This is the one that Pamela Smith did the artwork on. And in terms of a theme, we have a balance, I think, between masculine and feminine this week. A king and a queen, and moon and star. Moon and star are both feminine. It's just that we also have some other pairs going on too. So I think there's a balancing of the masculine here and the feminine. And we have a lot of wands, so that's some fiery energy. We will be moving into a Sagittarius moon here soon, so that's where some of that fire comes in also. So for our Monday, we have the Queen of Wands. And, she's a feminine, of course, because it's a queen, and wands are a masculine energy. The Queen of Wands has almost always a cat, or a small cat in this case, a domesticated cat. There are statues suggesting lions, but often you might see like a leopard or one of the big cats along with the Queen of Wands. And part of that is to show her instincts. Wands are instinctual. Fire is instinctual. Intuition is a bit different. It's more of a feeling, and the instinct that comes with the wands, like the hair standing up on the back of your neck. You just know, this is the right thing to do, or say whatever. So she is also very wise with this because she's been on a long journey, and that's also part of that cat symbolism. So the instinct and having journeyed, like in some depictions, she has a leopard, and the spots are there to show that there have been trials and tribulations, and of course that has made her stronger. So that's starting our Monday with the Queen of Wands. On Tuesday, we move into the first major, and that is the moon. As I mentioned, we have both the moon and the star for this week. The moon is mystery. It can be lunacy, on the dark side. When you do have the moon in Scorpio, and it will be there till tomorrow afternoon, I believe, and then it's rolling into Sagittarius. It's very potent. Moon in Scorpio, people know. It is very intuitive kind of energy. In general, the water signs are very intuitive, and the moon rules them. Of course, it rules Cancer. Pisces is connected as well. And sometimes we just don't know what's going on. So it could be the lunacy, it could be needing to wait until the water settles and clears, and then we can understand things better. There's some kind of mystery here. If we look at it from the Cancer perspective, it could be a great day on Tuesday to be home and nurture yourself, practice some domestic arts. When we get to our Wednesday, we get the King of Wands. So there's that balance between masculine and feminine that I was mentioning. And the same things apply to him that we've already mentioned about the wands in general, and being a royal card or a court card. He's the end of this suit of cards. And so there is a mastery here, a more expressed mastery perhaps than what the feminine might be. He puts it into action, and that is why he is the king. So Wednesday, as we go and are definitely into that Sagittarius energy, that's great. Use that at its highest level. That's what the king is encouraging. When we get to Thursday, we have a 2, and we're also continuing with the wands. That is definitely the dominant suit this time, the dominant element. And the 2s, remember, connect back to the High Priestess, so all of the minor cards are connected numerologically to the majors. And 2 would be High Priestess. Here you have a person who has 2 staffs. And I know this has come up before, and I'm always sort of fascinated why that other staff stands behind the person. It's just there. I was looking to see if there was a hand. I think I look every time. There's never a hand. So he's balanced between those 2. In a sense, they're staves, but they remind me of the pillars of the High Priestess. So very much tuning in to the instinct. What is that? And it can be sort of sparring or vying with someone else over something, or just trying to get yourself into balance and have dominion over yourself and be in harmony with someone else, be in balance with someone else. So again, that is our Thursday energy. We switch gears a little bit. We have another royal card, this time the Page of Swords. So all of the minors are masculine this time, just swords, and one sword, and the rest are all wands. So the Page of Swords is a messenger. All the pages can have that kind of a quality. But in particular, this one seems that way to me. It is air, it is words, it is thoughts, ideas that are being shared. Sometimes the page is seen as being one to step in and, cut through things, cut through the fog, cut through the smoke, stir it up to where we get a clearer picture. So that's our Friday. So there could be some kind of news, information, something that sheds some light, especially after that moon that we had on Tuesday of the week. If that introduced a mystery, hopefully by Friday, the Page of Swords will help clear that up somewhat. And when we get to our Saturday, we get the lovely Star card. She can be a bit spacey. Excuse me. Sorry, dry heat here. Excuse me. So that's on her slightly, sorry guys, slightly shady side. On her bright side, she is that wonderful starlight. She is the energy of benevolence coming down to earth from source, from the heavens. And our figure here is naked to show, excuse me, my eyes are watering too, show the pureness of spirit. And also the sharing of water is symbolized by the 2 pitchers. Bring that in closer so you can get a look at that. One pitcher pours into the pond here, and that is the one that feeds the collective, that nourishes with new ideas, with new spiritual energy, with trying to, raise our vibration. The important thing about her, though, too, is that that second picture is a reminder to keep what you need for yourself, or don't give away what you need for yourself. I know you are beautiful, generous spirits. I really, truly do. And it can be very tempting when you're like that, especially if you're empathic and you feel other people's emotions, their energies, and you feel their hurt, and you want to help and you want to give. And that's great. But just make sure that you also are keeping yourself in balance, keeping what you need to keep yourself going so you can be that helpful energy like the star. And then when we get to our Sunday, we have the Ace of Wands. So a beautiful new start. an energy of trusting the self. Although ACEs seem like newborns to me. So when we are not bogged down by our fears, our courage is just naturally there. We don't even really have to summon it. So what a lovely way to end our 7 cards here in this wonderful new energy of the Ace of Wands. So maybe it's a great day to start a new project or meditate and let some ideas spark. Or however it is that you express yourself. Next Sunday would be a great day to do that. So again, back to the theme, we have the King and Queen, a kind of a balance there, a masculine feminine balance. We have the moon and the star, the heavenly bodies, which I think those two again are feminine, so they're balancing out some of that other masculine energy that's coming through all the wands this week and through the swords. So a good time to get ourselves maybe a little bit more in tune with where things are going for us now. As I speak to people, I hear about lots of change happening. Things are being lost, let go, changing, and I know that often that can bring up fear for people. And learning to embrace that and see it as opportunity can be a challenge. You know, I get that. It's the same for me also. But I really feel that that's what's being called for now, and that things will get so much better because the energies are more supportive of finding things that harmonize, really harmonize with our souls rather than I should do this, I have to do this, I must do this. Yes, there are shoulds, but can we keep those to a minimum and focus on what really truly brings us joy? This week, I went back to the Crystal Angel Oracle cards, and the one that came up for us was the Aquamarine, and it's a beautiful, beautiful blue there. You can see held in the hands of this, I suppose, angelic crystal being. It's the idea. And it is about the divine life purpose. On the card it says, trust the signs and your inner guidance, which are leading you to fulfillment. And as I mentioned, if you are going through losses, changes, sometimes they're abrupt, you know, and that can be hard on the system. Trust, have faith, know that the universe is benevolent, the universe does love you, you have been invited to be here, and you have something amazing and unique to contribute. So for Aquamarine, divine life purpose, this card appears in answer to questions about your next steps, your career or spiritual path, your life purpose. Your purpose, like everyone else's, is to love. The form that you choose to express love needs to be based upon what you love to do. For example, do you enjoy writing, counseling your friends, being with animals in nature, cooking, artistry, teaching children, doing healing work, or conducting research? Following your heart will lead you in the right direction. Yes, you may need to use your head to do some planning and partner up with others who have strengths complementary to your own. Source and your guardian angels are reassuring you that the love you feel is a sign that the path of action is, that this path of action is your life purpose. And you can't go wrong if it's love. You can always ask yourself, what's the next step that I can do? And that's loving, you know, do in a loving way. And you won't go wrong. So I hope this helps you all. Take what resonates, leave behind what doesn't ring true for you. You will know within yourself. And if you are interested in a personal reading, you can contact me at tarotwithtanya@gmail.com. My information will be at the end of the video and below in the description box. So I'm wishing you an absolutely beautiful, harmonious, happy week, and I will see you again next week, beloveds.